A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You got nothing. 41.
Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for Cleveland.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And Mayfield will have a 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. A 1st carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 9-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
I'm here all day. Double tight. We got 3, fellas, we got it.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Out right to Bourne. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more... And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, Jones. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They find some open field here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Smith with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Back to throw again. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Well, thank you. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. Ryan Switzer on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Fight 8. Let's go. Man up, D.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Boy, 175 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Kyle Van Noy back with the Pats in 2021 there on the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are pouring it on. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Patriots 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On second down now, it's Harris, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jones on first down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And a dump off to White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That's caught by Myers. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Jones now from the gun on third down. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. White is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Troy Hill picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Back to throw. Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man is Myers.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his man. It's White. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive a touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And that is taken in by Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Boy, 208 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
A run for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check.
They'll run with Chubb. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.